Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in Subaru's newest, smallest, most affordable car in its most luxurious trim. We are in the 2024 Subaru Impreza RS with red accents. And in this video, we're going to tell you what this small hatchback is like for our family of three. Stay tuned. All right, Holly. Second time we've been in a Subaru for a week, so I'm liking that we're starting to see more of them. We really enjoyed the Crosstrek that we had very recently. Did you know that this is essentially the same vehicle, just a car?
No.
Yeah. So it's a little bit lower, but essentially same platform, same engine. We'll get into what we think about the styling of this as we get going, but I have to ask first and foremost, Oasis Blue Pearl, fan, not a fan?
Well, I don't know that I would have bought it, but it's growing on me.
Okay. This hue of blue is becoming more and more popular. And had somebody at the grocery store the other day comment on it and say that he really liked it. I don't think he knew that this wasn't mine, and I was busy putting Tucker in, so I couldn't really converse with him, but really stands out in a crowd, for sure. What do you think of the styling of this Impreza RS?
I like it. I know it's a car, but when you said that earlier, I was like, it's a car. Just because the styling is a little bit more like SUV type feeling, not size-wise, but the styling-wise, it's kind of
that is because all Imprezas are now hatchbacks. So previously,
the hatchback making it look like an SUV.
Previously, you could get an Impreza sedan. With this generation, starting with the 2024 model, all are hatchbacks. So
no other option.
Get a hatchback back there. But thoughts on the 5-door hatchback? I know you traditionally have not liked hatchback cars.
Well, it doesn't look like a droopy diaper.
Okay. So that's a win.
Yeah, and I wasn't immediately like, oh, it's a hatchback.
Yeah.
So that's good too. It's not automatic though, right?
Yeah, it's a manual, no power lift gate back there, yes.
Power lift gate, yeah, don't love that.
But being a car, it's easier.
Is it?
Like, you don't have to, like your mom's
It is, yes.
SUV.
It is easier. You don't have as far up to go.
Yeah.
I still would like a power.
Okay.
Because it's just like when you have a lot of things in your arms, as I do most of the time.
You just want to hit a button.
I just want to hit a button and it open. I don't want to have to like pull it open.
Thoughts on the inside?
I like it. The infotainment center right here is the same as the other one.
Yeah, I could pretty much just copy and paste our interior thoughts on the Crosstrek because it is the same. With exception of this being the RS model, we've got the red accents on the seats, which somebody in the back seat is a fan of. Tucker, what do you like most about this car?
The seat.
Yep, the red seats. And
yeah, I'm a fan of the red accents as well. I'm always a fan of a good accent, and I think these are done well and stylish and
how are they comfort-wise?
A little pop, but not too much.
Yep.
Comfort-wise, I like them. I'm not used to having cloth seats.
We've gotten spoiled.
But I do like it. It is very comfortable.
I will say,
it feels like, I don't know if you've felt it on the side. It feels like if you squish the side, it kind of feels like, what? You wonder where I'm going with this? You know how the purple mattresses and seat things have like a honeycomb? That's kind of what this feels like, and I wonder if that's like a comfort thing. I wonder what the inside looks like.
Okay. Interesting. never would have gone there.
It's soft.
We do have a Qi wireless charger that works up here. There is a power button for it, which I like.
Why do you say it works?
Because I'm watching your phone. It just now started charging again.
Yeah.
So it works. I know it did not work for me. I used the USB-C that we have here. There's also a USB-A, auxiliary port up there, and some power back here if you like the cigarette style. But what are your thoughts on storage in here?
I thought there's enough storage.
Okay. I mean, I was surprised. Yeah, my iPhone 14 Pro Max fits in the door handle cubby right here, which we've been in big SUVs and that's not been true. So that's kind of impressive. And then damped but not felt lined glove box. So that's nice.
And it's pretty big glove box in here.
Pretty good size. Pretty wide. And 2 cup holders up here, kind of staggered. Heated front seats. Yeah, fairly comfortable up here. I guess now would be a good segue to putting Tucker's child safety seat in the back seat and also showing you just how tight my seat is. For those of you who have been asking for rear-facing car seat spatial awareness, we've got that for you too. Installing a child safety seat here in the back of the 2024 Subaru Impreza RS. It's actually pretty easy. Subaru puts these Velcro covers over the lower latch points, so they are very easy to get to. And not only do I have them on both outside or outboard seats, there's one in the middle. I can't quite figure out why it's there because there's not a corresponding one. So you're gonna have to steal from this passenger side if you plan on putting a child seat in the middle. Also, these are 60/40 split bench folding rear seats. And unfortunately, the 60% is here on the passenger side. So if I plan on folding the seats down, I'm only gonna have that 40% available to me. But you can see we do have top tethers all the way across, which is a nice touch. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this headrest up so that I can feed that top tether through when I get the car seat in. Let's get Tucker's forward-facing Graco car seat. And before I do put this in its final resting position, I just wanted to show, since so many people ask about it, exactly what it's like in its rear-facing situation here and just how much room that leaves for the front seat passenger. You can see here, the front seat is all the way already in place. Let's go see how much room that leaves me at 5'10" to sit in front of this situation. That is what the front seat looks like to give the rear-facing car seat just enough room. And let's see here. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, could be better. My knees are up underneath the dash. This isn't where I would normally ride. Like I said, I've already flipped the car seat around, but this is exactly where I would want it if it were rearward facing. This is more how I would sit if we were in our configuration here. So all in all, not bad space in here, but it is a little on the cramped side if you have a rear facing car seat. Just something to think about. They're only there for at most about 3 years. Turning the car seat back around, putting it in its forward facing configuration, swinging it around. Like I said, first thing I always like to do is feed that top tether through. Just makes life that much easier when we get to that step here in just a few moments. Put that back, make sure our lower straps aren't tangled. They go in so nicely, so easily because those lower latch points are so well exposed. And then we can very easily tighten this thing down just like so. Coming to the back of the Impreza, it has a manually opening hatch. And if we look under this retractable cargo shade, you can see exactly where that top tether point is for the outboard seat. So tighten that down very nicely. It's going to take 2 hands to tighten that down, but because the trunk lid or the trunk is just so shallow, it's very easy to get to that. And speaking of the trunk, we'll talk about trunk space in the back of this one. With the rear seats up, it's 20.4 cubic feet of space, which is more than many mid-size sedans like the Toyota Camry. Nothing to sneeze at there. Fold the back seats down and you get 56 cubic feet of space. To fold the back seats down, you don't get any clever latches or levers on the side. But again, just because of how short the overhang is back here, you can very easily reach that latch and fold the seats down from standing back here. You can also do it from the sides. You can see we do have a couple cup holders down here on the bottom. And if I go ahead and lift this up, you will see, well, no spare tire in this one. We get an air pump and a fix-a-flat kit along with all your jack. But it's nice to see that we've got foam in here to help with road noise isolation, so it's not going to be too tin sounding from the storage space back here. And then, of course, closing the hatch, it's a manual affair. So yeah, this car's on the small side, and rear-facing car seats, it's a little tight. Yeah, it's a little tight. But as I said, kids are only rearward facing for a few years before you turn them around. And Tucker, how's your space back there now? Got a good amount of great? Mm-hmm. So that's good. What have been your thoughts? You've put some miles on it without me even in the vehicle. Mm-hmm. What have been your thoughts driving this around?
I really enjoyed driving the car. Mm-hmm. It's small without feeling, it's a smaller vehicle without feeling very small. Yeah. Driving on the road next to big like SUVs and stuff like that. And I mean, it's been good enough driving it, just driving it around town. I don't like the automatic start-stop. Which
we can turn off right now. Does it feel underpowered, overpowered, just right powered?
Just right powered.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I wouldn't imagine that you're getting this car to
race.
No. Not getting this car to race.
No.
But it has enough power. My niece is a young adult about to graduate college, and she rode in it with me and thought, like, this is kind of the car that she would be looking at. You know, she's single, but mostly just bopping around town here and there to meet friends and go to work and school and stuff like that. And this might be a vehicle that she would be interested in.
Quick pause from that discussion. We are on the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. Tucker? I knew I'd already driven down this before, and I hit that one. Tucker, what are your thoughts back there?
It's bumpy.
Yeah, a little bumpy. We hit that one spot that it sounded bad. Kinda hurt a little, but this is an economy car. I will do air quotes because, I mean, we are in the top trim of it, but it is the entry level to the Subaru brand, so you're not going to get their best ride. But what are your thoughts here on the brick streets?
Yeah, I mean, we've been in worse.
Yes.
We've been in more expensive cars that were worse.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it rides
well.
For the most part, this car rides very well.
Until you get a surprise bump like that one.
Until you get a surprise bump like that one.
That one hurt. Audibly more than anything, but yeah.
Yeah, but.
So, our niece really liked it. This would be a great first car. That's a good point. It's not her first car, but it would be a good car to get used to, get in, driving around,
and not be an old clunker like some first cars are.
Yes. So, but your driving experience has been really good, power-wise. What about the transmission? Have you noticed anything about the transmission? Probably haven't even noticed it at all.
No, I don't think so.
So this is not a traditional geared transmission like I believe you have 9 speeds in your Jeep, and you can feel it shift. This is a continuously variable transmission, so it's a little more EV-like in that it never really shifts. So you're just constantly in the right power. And the fact that you haven't noticed it means it's doing its job.
It's doing its job well.
So, thoughts on the steering wheel?
I like it. I like the red stitching accent.
Yep.
I feel like I can have it at a comfortable level.
Yeah. Still
see the gauges and stuff.
And analog gauges.
Analog gauges. Always a fan of analog gauges.
Which those are disappearing quickly.
But you also have the digital one in the middle, which I also like.
Just a little to help you with any information. You can page through a bunch of stuff up there. Now would be a good time to talk fuel economy. We've put 237 miles on this one in mixed driving, highway driving, city driving, stop and go, school pickup lines, etc., etc. 26.1 MPG. Real life example. We've lived in this vehicle. Not really done anything we wouldn't do with a vehicle. So 26.1, I'll go ahead and pull out the sticker here and see what it's rated at. 26 city, 33 highway, 29 combined. So maybe given that we've done some highway driving, a little on the low side, but pretty close, right in there.
I like this little
tray. Yeah.
A little tray.
Wondering if it will. Oh no, my phone's too big. But I can.
Does mine then, right?
Yep. You're 13.
Oh,
Whoa. Oh no, doesn't even fit a 13. But you can do it that way, I guess. Anyway, I will note we have our garage door opener down here because these are some chunky visors, and they're covered in hard plastic. They've got that little extender. They don't move themselves. We don't typically talk about visors, but these are some chunky visors.
They're chunky visors.
So,
They're chunky as an elephant.
Chunky as an elephant.
Chunky as an elephant.
Thank you, Tucker. All right. Thoughts
Yep,
on price?
I know. 37.5.
No.
No. Lower?
Yes.
Ooh. Is it in the 30s?
Yes.
There for a minute, I thought we were going to have a unicorn.
I mean, you can get this car, just not with the options that we have.
32.
$31,045.
All right.
So this RS trim starts at $27,885, but we've got $2,000 worth of options, which is the standard size sunroof above us, and I'm not quite sure what else.
And the red seats.
Red seats are part of the RS package. So yeah. Begs the question. I mean, it fits in our garage well.
It does.
Fits our needs quite well. Fairly roomy back in the back. Could this feasibly, at $31,000, fit our life?
For our needs and our family, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Very good, very competent, very capable vehicle from Subaru in the 2024 Impreza RS. If you want to see more on this vehicle, my solo reviews where I may or may not go on a little bit of a rant about this car. Just its history and its potential future, gearhead stuff that really doesn't matter because obviously Holly likes it, so
Things that don't matter to a consumer.
Yeah. So go check out my solo review by hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell so you are notified every time a new video drops from us. You can go see Holly, some thoughts from her behind the scenes stuff at Female Consumer on Facebook and Instagram. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X. I guess I should just start calling it X.
Everybody's starting to call it
Threads, TikTok, YouTube, at GT Garage Talk, all the things, or go to GT Garage Talk. But as for us, in the Oasis Blue Pearl Subaru Impreza RS, until next time, gearheads. Bye. Everybody ready?
I'm late. I'm not late. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
And we are in an affordable, fun little car. Nope, screwed all that up.
You're not ready. Alright.
You know what RS stands for?
Red seats.